The views and opinions expressed by the participants on this show are not necessarily those of Stewart Information Services Corporation or Stewart Title. Before you make any investment, you should seek the advice of your investment advisor or attorney.
When it comes to real estate, everything matters. Whether you're a realtor, homeowner, buyer, or seller, Real Estate Matters with Stewart Title is here to inform, entertain, and inspire you. Host Bill Napick from Stewart Title will talk with guests about what really matters when it comes to owning, buying, and selling real estate. Real Estate Matters with Stewart Title starts right now. Here's your host, Bill Napick.
And welcome to the show, Real Estate Matters with Stewart Title. I am your host, Bill Napick. And again, we have an exciting show. We're going to talk to builders, realtors, all kinds of things. So whether you're listening right here in Houston, Texas, Dana Point, California, Washington, D.C., or anywhere else, the Woodlands, Cypress, Tomball, anywhere you can hear this show and enjoy it because we have something for everybody. And as always, we're brought to you by Stewart Insurance and Risk Management. And right now, we're going to hear from a builder and also the executive director of a place called Home Aid Houston. And her name, the builder, is Yvonne Cummins with Morningstar Builders. Yvonne and Moser, welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Bill.
Very nice to see you. First of all, Yvonne, let's tell people as we think about building and beautiful homes. Your company is called Morningstar Builders. Let's tell people about your company and what you do.
Yes, we are a design build company, which means that we assist our clients in helping them design and then build a home that is specifically for their family's needs, for their budget, and for their piece of property that they have selected.
And beautiful homes they are. I remember seeing one, I think was it in the Tomball area?
Yes.
Very, very nice. And it seems like each one is different, too.
Absolutely. We try to make sure that every home that we design is specifically for our client and for what their needs are. We are building another one outside of Tomball right now that has an 8-stall barn attached to the house. So if that's your thing, we can make that happen.
For some reason, I'm thinking of that old show, Mr. Ed, where he actually had the horse. He had the horse living in his house.
Yes.
Better to put him in a barn, though.
Yes.
That's right. Now, that's the beauty is you have beautiful homes there, but also the extra feature is that this is a place where there's lots of land where you can have horses and so many other things.
Yes, that is correct. That is correct. So we're actually building a home right now out in Blue Jack National, which is Tiger Woods' first U.S. design golf course community. It's in the Montgomery area. And this is a Southern Living Showcase home that will be open for tour September the 15th through October the 29th on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Wow, and I'm looking at the postcard that you have that you're sending out. This is a beautiful home. And again, that's September 15th through October 29th, right?
That is correct.
And who can attend this beautiful home?
Anyone that wants to come out and take a look at homes is welcome to come and take a look. We will have tickets online. You can go to homesbymorningstar.com or follow us on Facebook and find tickets there. The tickets are $15 a piece, and the part of the proceeds will be to Home Aid Houston.
And with that, Moser with Home Aid Houston. Let's tell people about Home Aid Houston first, and then your association with Morningstar.
Oh, thank you, Bill. I'd love to talk about Home Aid. So we are a charity sponsored by the Greater Houston Builders Association, and our mission is to build new lives for homeless families and individuals through housing and community outreach. And we do that by providing construction and remodeling services to any agency in Houston who provides services and housing to the homeless. So we build anything from an 8,100 square foot cottage that houses homeless children to duplexes that house women and children who are in crisis and homeless, to repairs and renovations to buildings for an agency that provides services to men who are HIV positive and are just coming in off the street.
So very worthy causes all the way around. And it's very exciting that you are attached to Morningstar Builders in this particular event. So when people come out to look at this beautiful home there, September 15th through the 29th, they're also doing a good thing for your organization, Home Aid Houston.
We're super grateful to be associated with Morningstar Builders. This will be our 4th home to be associated with them, and they have just been a great blessing to Home Aid.
And Yvonne, how do you get the word out? Because the last time I saw a home, now it has been a while, about a year or so ago, but when you're here on the radio today, what are the other things you're doing to get the kind of crowds that you get for these beautiful homes?
Well, obviously, we have a Facebook page, and you can follow us on that. Instagram. We're also doing a e-blast through the Southern Living magazine as well. We've put an ad in the Southern Living magazine that's for the Texas edition. So there's a lot of different ways people can follow us and find us.
Indeed. And we also want to do a shout out to a guy named Ted Cummins. Let's tell people about Ted.
Yes. So Ted is...
He's probably listening.
He probably is. So he is my husband, and he and I started Morningstar Builders back in 2000, and he is the design inspiration behind all of these homes that we do.
And as I look again at the postcard, people can't see it unless they're tuning into the YouTube video, which I'm now holding up. Let's tell people about this particular home, because I was super impressed when I walked through the home, the features, again, the barn, the land. Let's tell people some of the features they're going to find in this beautiful home.
Certainly. This is an over 6,000 square foot home. It's very Southern styled. It's actually taken inspiration from a Southern Living plan called the Elberton Way, and we have Texified it, so we have grown it a little bit more. We've added a casita in the back so that it overlooks the golf course. This is on the second hole, second fairway of the golf course. And it has a temperature-controlled wine room that has bark siding on the interior, which is something that you probably haven't seen so much. And it also has a wine cooler inside that room as well.
Sounds phenomenal. Looking at the picture, oh yeah, there's a white picket fence on part of the home.
Absolutely.
What a nice touch.
Yes, yes.
And the home that I saw last, and I'm sure this one is beautifully decorated. So there'll be furniture, it's staged, ready to go.
Yes. Yes, we are partnering with Chairman Designs, who is a Southern Living interior designer, and they will be furnishing the home as well. And so you can come out and get all sorts of decorating ideas and just see. We all obviously have shiplap in the house, and you have to have shiplap in a Southern Living house. So come out and see that.
For those that don't know what that is, what is shiplap?
It is an interior siding that looks sort of like a barn type of siding, barn wood type of siding, but it's painted white in this house.
And as we think about the barn and the equestrian elements that people have the opportunity to enjoy in a place like Tomball, tell us about the barn. I bet that has some features as well.
Well, in this specific house, the thing that we don't have here is actually a barn for a horse, but we have a golf cart garage. So I
like that better.
I thought you might. So it's a two stall, if you will, golf cart garage, since this is in a golf course community.
Beautiful. In addition, do you have other homes that are available?
Yes.
And/or how many homes do you have at the same time that you have available for people?
Yes, we are actually building an inventory home right now out in Willow Creek Ranch that's a 5,700 square foot, one story.
Very interesting. Bet, what other things are you thinking about that people should know about your organization or anything else?
Well, I'm hoping that folks will come to homeaidhouston.org. It's HOMEAID Houston.org. And we'd love for you to come visit our website, learn more about the projects we're working on right now, and look for opportunities to serve. We have some great community outreach opportunities through HomeAid, and we'd love to get people involved with us to help serve the homeless community in Houston.
It's nice that you're helping so many people, along with doing some things in the real estate community. That's always great, and we know that people in the real estate world always like to help out. Yvonne, say with the last minute or so here in this segment, what else would you like people to know about your company?
That we, once again, are a design build company, and that we help people take what's in their head about what they might want in their new home and help that put it on paper and then make that become a reality and build their home for them.
So it sounds like the process would be, I come to you,
yes,
we talk about a budget, I guess, and then, hey, here's some ideas. These are the things I'd like to have, and then you and your team, Ted, you put it in and make it real.
That is absolutely correct.
Very, very nice. Well, when I get a few dollars, I'm going to give you all a call. Also, bet with the last minute, what else would you like people to know?
Well, we're just so grateful for the support of the Greater Houston Builders Association and for builders like Ted and Yvonne Cummins. We could not be the organization we are today without the support of the builders, the developers, the remodelers, and all the trades who support them. They all contribute to the shelters that we build for the homeless, and they're why we're so successful today.
And Yvonne, as the year is winding up, we still have a few more months to go, but how's it going to play out as far as the economy and how you're seeing sales and things like that in your world?
Well, obviously, the Houston market is one that has been oil dependent, and we're seeing that becoming more diversified in the process. So what we're seeing is that we're seeing lots and lots of people from a lot of different areas coming in out of state. I've had calls from people out of state. I have several people that are planning to come visit this showcase home that are from Tennessee and Virginia. So I'm excited about that as well.
And that, again, is September 15th through October 29th. They can go to your website, which is
homesbymorningstar.com.
Easy to remember. And Bet, once again, your website
is homeaidhouston.org.
Thank you, ladies. You are listening to Real Estate Matters with Stuart Title. I am your host. We are going to take a short break right now and come right back with even more. Stay with us.
Stuart Title has been serving Texas for over 120 years. A Texas treasure, Stuart Title's longevity is a testimony to superior service, innovation, and knowing what their customers want. Recent surveys show that 92% of respondents want secure online tracking tools to help them during the closing process. Stuart Title offers the most robust and secure system to track transactions online available today. To learn more, contact Stuart Title at one of their many offices around the city. Stuart Title, online at Stuart.com. That's STEWART.com.
And welcome back. Real Estate Matters with Stuart Title. And now, people right here in the center of Houston are very familiar with Al Ross. He has several companies. He is one of the most driven men in Houston. Indeed, I don't know all the things he does. However, Al Ross Luxury Homes, Arthur Survey Company, Windrose Survey Company, or Land Services, and a sign company. Al, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Bill.
We can bring people up to date with all these things, but you're very busy. You always are doing things, looking for businesses. First of all, Al Ross Luxury Homes. Let's tell people about that.
Well, we're basically our focus is in the central part of Houston, particularly in River Oaks and closed-in Memorial area. And the last few years, we've completed about $45 million worth of construction, which equates to about 9 homes in the River Oaks area. And we currently have one under construction in River Oaks, and we have one under development and construction off of Memorial.
And that's very interesting. As people listen to the show, whether they're right here in Houston or listening far away, River Oaks always has that. They say, hey, that's like in California, maybe Beverly Hills, if we were to do an analogy. But when you started Al Ross Luxury Homes, it's interesting. That's the first place that you set your targets, as far as I know. Why was it River Oaks?
Well, part of it was, when I started the Al Ross Luxury Homes, the market was still back in 2011, 2012, still very, very quiet. We knew that it wasn't going to stay that quiet for that long. And we also knew that our investment ultimately, regardless of what the outcome of the economy was going to be, we knew that River Oaks was going to be a very stable market. It has been for the last 30, 40 years that I've been in Houston. Anytime we've had any situation with the economy, the River Oaks have stayed very, very stable. And so we felt like that we're mitigating our financial risk by starting in River Oaks. And so that was the reason.
And when we think about the market right now, sometimes people say that luxury, that high end, and your homes run, I don't know, 5 and beyond, $5+ million.
Right now, current inventory that we're projected is going to be starting at $6 million, and we're our Memorial project will be closer to $9.5 to $10 million.
And people can go to alrossluxuryhomes.com?
That is correct.
So they can see the current inventory. And you have a special project. What is that?
Well,
drum roll, please. Our drummers.
Well, we're we're always, Bill. We feel like we are we need to stay ahead of the curve by being the market is always follows a particular trend, and we like to be the trendsetters. And We're always out there around the country looking for ideas and ways that we can improve these luxury projects. And the latest project off of Memorial we're going to be doing is what we call a tropical modern, where the home and we blend in the living and outdoor space together, and where someone's residence feels like more of a luxurious resort versus just a house. And so we blend those two together and come up with a product called a category called tropical modern.
That sounds like the kind of place everybody wants to live. Tropical, modern, we're blending things, and you're getting ideas from all over the world when you travel, right?
Yeah, and I particularly do a lot of research in other markets, in particular Southern Florida, California, on the west side of northwest area of country. Houston is a great city, but we have a tendency to be a little bit lagging behind, a few steps behind the trends that goes on around the country, and now today we can say around the world. So
tell us a bit now. I know you go to California on occasion, and that is a great place in any profession, any industry, to learn about things that might be ahead of the curve or things that are coming. What are the things you've learned, say, from the California market that you're incorporating, not just in the Al Ross Luxury Homes, but also your other businesses, if anything?
Well, the one thing, California and even in Southern Florida, we have a tendency to have projects that are usually in a 30, 40, 50. It's very common for a product that we're building in River Oaks for 8 or 9, 10 million, for that project to be 30, 40. And in today, it's now, hitting 40, 50 million plus. Pretty much a lot of large projects in California, Southern California, if you study the market, you'll see it's amazing how many homes are above $50 million that are available to be purchased in Southern California. So with that, you see people that are willing to go out there and risk and do things that other parts of the country may not want to do. For instance, one of the things that we're going to be doing in our memorial project is that we're going to have a 2,000 square foot car showroom. We're seeing that there's a lot of people that are collecting cars, and we're setting up a large facility within this project that a homeowner can collect their cars and display their cars. This is, for instance, something very, very new in Houston, but it's pretty widespread all over Southern California. Large homes have large car showroom that are very slick and set up very clean and air conditioning environment where they have literally millions of dollars worth of cars on display at people's homes.
Interesting. When I first thought of California as a young lad hearing Beach Boys songs, it's about cars, it's about surfing, all that stuff. And those are all great, all-American things. Now, let's tell people about some of the other things you're doing. Real estate and luxury homes or homes of any sort, you need to have surveys. Tell us about the survey companies.
Bill, as you know, one of the companies that we have, it's called Al Ross Group. We're a private equity group here in Houston that we acquire, that allows us to go out and acquire companies out there that owners that are ready to retire. And one of the areas that we've gotten involved with is the surveying and platting. And so we have acquired a company in Houston called Windrose about 2 years ago. And Windrose focuses on surveying and platting on a commercial level. And then we also acquired another company in Dallas called Arthur Surveying that is strictly residential surveying and builder services. And both of those brands we will start Arthur Surveying in Houston in about 30 days. And Windrose has already migrated to the Dallas area.
The survey is so important, and it has to be right. Again, you're dealing with, even with luxury homes and super features and great ideas, you're dealing with precision and getting it right the first time.
Absolutely. It's absolutely very, very critical that we do our job extremely precisely. Otherwise, we're going to be looking at some challenges. And we have the best team in Houston called Windrose Surveying. We have about 65 employees, dedicated employees that we're just delighted to have on board with us.
And also backing up a bit, Al, the memorial project you're talking about, where is that?
It's 8833 Memorial. It's very close to Memorial and 610 between Little John and Carnarvon, which is probably the most prominent
beautiful area
part of Memorial. So.
Indeed. Sign company. You still in the sign business? I have to ask.
Yeah, we acquired.
That was kind of in your blood from day one, right?
It sure was. It sure was. Over 25 years ago, I started a company with called National Signs. We divested our interest, and about a year ago, we had an opportunity to acquire a company, and we branded that company under Al Ross Group, and we have about 50 employees there, and we have a large group, and we're excited about that as well. And so lots of great things are happening in our world. We live in a great city. There's a lot of room for growth and opportunities, and we just love having these different brands and building these great brands in Houston. And
it is very exciting. Is there anything you want to tell us that's on the boards for the rest of the year? I have a feeling there's a lot of stuff. You're always thinking, very driven, as I said, and it's exciting.
Oh, well, thank you. We're looking forward to acquire in the next 6 months. Acquire a couple more service-oriented companies, and we're hoping also have a couple more homes under construction by end of the year. And so we're always pretty active, looking for other opportunities in land development in Houston, particularly residential in the River Oaks Memorial area. So those of you that have properties you'd like to sell, please feel free to reach out to me.
And how can people reach you, Al?
Best way to reach me is always my cell phone. I'm still old-fashioned, deal with phone numbers.
And he answers his cell phone, so feel free, give him a call.
713-306-9154.
One more time.
713-306-9154.
And also, Al, everybody in this room, we all do so many things, and we try to be successful. Give people maybe a core principle of success, because it's like having 12. My mother came from a family of 16 children. She was the baby.
Wow.
I can't imagine that. But it's like each business and each project, whatever it is, you're doing a lot of things, and we all juggle so many things. How do you just stay centered to be able to do so many things effectively at one time?
Well, we've got to, as an individual, we have to stay very, very focused. But the goal that we're trying to achieve, the vision, has to be very clear and very precise. It can't be foggy. It's got to be very, very clear to you what you're trying to accomplish. But the most important thing is you've got to surround yourself with some great people, as I have in the last few years, and you communicate the mission of the objective of companies and what you're trying to accomplish, and you get out of their way, and they'll do an amazing job for you. But as an entrepreneur, as a person who's dealt with a lot of different variety of businesses throughout the years, and the bottom line is you got to stay very, very focused, and you can't give up, and you just got to push forward.
Once again, your phone number, Al?
713-306-9154.
Al Ross Luxury Homes. We're going to thank you so much, Al, for being on the show. We're going to take a short break and come right back with even more. Stay with us.
Most people don't know that Stewart offers business, home, and auto insurance. In fact, Stewart Insurance and Risk Management has been doing that and more for over 10 years. And they partner with many leading insurance companies to offer great rates. They're a national insurance agency operating in all 50 states, delivering a broad range of insurance products. Whether you need a home insurance quote for a client's home closing or your own insurance needs, you can count on them. Call 866-845-4676. That's 866-845-4676. Stewart Insurance and Risk Management is here to help.
And welcome back. Real Estate Matters with Stewart Title. We march on, and now we were talking to builders, and now we're going to talk to a realtor. Her name is Michele Verwold, and she is with Better Homes Gary Green. Michele, welcome to the show.
Welcome. Well, thanks for having me back.
And welcome to the show. Yes, indeed.
Thanks for having me back.
It is great to see you again. But the last time I saw you, I was actually in Tomball. I think we did the show right there in the Stewart office at the conference table, or not. But I think that's where it was. But let's tell people, you're in the Tomball area. When we think about real estate, what's going on in the marketplace now up there?
So Tomball market actually is doing really pretty good, along with the rest of the Houston market. We're setting out to have probably the fourth best ever year in the real estate market in Houston. So we are new to Tomball. And so our office opened there April of 2016, and it's been really a lot of fun to be doing business in Tomball.
When people move into Tomball, what is their motivation? Do they come from Houston to maybe have a second home with more land? Are they coming from out of state? What is it? What's the attraction when people say, "Yeah, I want to go to Tomball"? What do you think they really love the most?
So Tomball is known as hometown with a heart. Small town, country feel, the flavor of a little bit slower life, the country appeal. But what's still really popular is the schools in the area. And a lot of big companies are going into the surrounding areas. And we're kind of between Katy and the Woodlands. With 99, we're connected. So you can be small town, a little bit slower life, but with all of the appeal of big city.
Sounds like lots of trees, too. Am I
Yep,
right?
still lots of trees out there. Still land. You can get bigger lots, all of that.
And I'm thinking that that's also a great motivation because sometimes there's people, and I've lived in high-rises, patio homes, but every once in a while we long for a little bit of land. It's nice to go home and have just some space.
So you're not right on top of each other. Where if you want to have horses, you can have horses. If you want an area where you're able to have some cows or chickens, you can get it. But you're not limited to, the whole rural life. We're right on the fringe of city around us. Again, schools that are popular, big business, the big movie theaters, and all of that.
So a lot going on in Tomball, Texas. And let's tell people, let's say in Tomball, what are the things that you're telling someone that wants to list their property with you? What are you telling them to expect at this time in the marketplace? How do you advise your sellers right now?
So it's still a very good time to sell. We're still considered a seller's market. A seller's market is when the month supply of inventory is less than 6%. And in most of the Houston areas, it's less than 6 months supply of inventory. We're about 4.5 months supply of inventory. So that means we're still selling. We're probably not having the frenzied market like we had in 13 or 14, but houses are still selling.
That's a great healthy economy. Then
It
you're
is.
saying.
That's what makes it. That's what makes it still good. So this fear of maybe we're not going to be able to get as much as we got a year ago, but when you're selling, you're going to still get a good market, and you're able to buy and get a good return and not overpay when you're buying like they did in 13, 14.
And let's say the buyer, if I came to you and said, I want to live in Tomball and say this is my price point, well, let's give a number. Let's say $400,000 or $500,000. That's my price point. What would I expect to find in Tomball in terms of choices?
Well, you can have the whole range. You can have your typical tract home subdivision, 3,000-4,000 square foot, in a gated neighborhood, or you can go a little bit bigger where you've got 1/2 acre to 1 acre, still a little bit more custom home, tract home. You really out there, you can have the whole range, the whole variety.
A lot of things going on. So what about new construction? Is there a lot of choices in the new construction world?
There's a lot of new construction. We have the variety of price ranges from the low 200s all the way up to wood trace has got 500,000-600,000. So it would be nice if we could get a few more builders. If anybody wants to do something in the
well, there's a few builders here. I'm sure they're jotting notes down right now.
Yes, if we could get more in the low 200,000s. That would be good if we could get under 200,000 because that's the highest demand. But you can get 250 up to 4 to 6 or even $1 million if that's what you're looking for.
It really buys you a lot. Let's tell people, what about the idea when you talk to buyers, especially the buyer? How often do you talk to buyers that are outside of the Houston or even Tomball market, where they're coming in from somewhere else, another part of Texas or another state even?
So they're coming from all over. Right now, our company is working with a lot of people from XTO, which is related to ExxonMobil, and they're coming from Fort Worth. But even with other companies, they're bringing them from all over the place. From the East Coast to the West Coast, we've got a big variety, and they're part of the appeal with us is the varied price range and how much house that they can get. We love it when someone comes from the far east or the far west coast because they're thrilled with the amount of house that they're able to get in our market compared to where they came from.
Yeah, someone comes from California, it's like buying a newspaper to buy that 500.
It's like they hit the jackpot when they come here. Absolutely.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Now, you've been in real estate. How long have you been in the world of real estate?
Since 1988.
Holy
so
smokes.
29 years, yeah.
Well, give us an idea. What are the things that drive you to be in the real estate profession day in and day out for these many years? Because sometimes there's a lot of reward indeed, but a lot of times there's challenges as well.
Right. So for me, really, it's how I'm able to serve. I'm managing broker of the office in Tomball. So my goal is, how am I going to help my agents be the best at what they do? How am I going to help them be most productive? How will I be able to help them reach their goals? How are we going to train them up? How are we going to make sure they're prepared? What technology are we going to be able to give them so that they can reach their goals and be what they want to be?
And that's a lot of work, too. That's really a teaching job. And also we teach by providing information, but at the same time we teach by example, too.
Exactly. And that was what took me this path, was after having done all of the aspects of being a realtor for the years, what I realized, what drove me, where I got my own personal satisfaction, was being the person who could help answer the questions, help solve their problems, or teach them how to solve their own problems so they could, agents, any challenges that they had, and help them where they no longer would rely on me, basically. Kind of like working myself out of a job is kind of how I thought of it.
Well, I say this a million times, the real estate professional has to be so many things, and that's at any price point, whether it's a $10 million home or a $100,000 home. They have to do some of the basic things still with each transaction in terms of counseling the buyers, the sellers, handling the emotions, dealing with the paperwork, all those things. It's really a challenging position, but also one with great rewards, as we said. Let's tell people, but there's people out there right now, I know, and new realtors too. What would you tell someone that's thinking about becoming a real estate agent? We see the TV shows, and they make it very attractive. They drive around in Mercedes-Benz. They get big commission checks, right? It's a pretty easy job, not.
It's interesting because I will interview people that want to get their license, and I'll ask the question, why did you want to get into real estate? I saw it on TV. That's exactly right. So to me, the key is the person who has the desire to help somebody. If when we're talking to them, they're not saying, I like to help people, I care what's important to them. If they're not saying that, and they're saying, I know that we can make a lot of money, or I saw how easy it was on the TV, those are trigger words that makes me ask more questions and maybe think twice about, are they a right fit for our company and my office culture?
Yeah, the TV and the reality are two different things.
Absolutely.
No question about it.
Yeah.
However, though, it still is. Let's tell people about the rewarding nature of what you're doing and what really drives you.
So really, it's the fact that I am able to help, really, like I said before, help agents get to their goal. What makes me tick, I always say, is what made me happy, or what God made me do, is to help teach agents how to do things on their own, where I'm empowering them to get what they want, what's important to them, where they're able to learn to solve the problems themselves.
And Michele, let's tell people how they can reach out to you if they want some information about Tomball, being a real estate agent, or anything else.
All right, so our website is GaryGreen.com, and that's green with an E on the end. Or, of course, call our office direct, and that number in Tomball is 281-310-5888.
281-310-5888. Michele, and what's the website, by the way, again?
GaryGreen.com.
And that's a green with an E.
On
Not
the
like
end.
the color.
Right, that's correct.
Indeed. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Michele Verwold, she is the branch manager at Better Homes Gary Green in Tomball, beautiful Tomball, Texas. I'm thinking of trees and all kinds of things right now. We're going to take a short break and come right back with even more. Stay with us.
If you've been in the real estate industry for any length of time, you know unexpected and costly events can happen. Safeguard yourself against the unexpected with Real Estate Errors and Omissions Insurance, or E&O. through Stewart Insurance and Risk Management. Not all E&O insurance policies are created equal. How confident are you that your current E&O policy fully protects you? Stewart Insurance and Risk Management offers expertise in the real estate industry and tailors your coverage to correctly manage your risk. With Stewart Insurance and Risk Management, facing the unexpected just became a lot easier. Safeguard your future with real estate E&O insurance through Stewart Insurance and Risk Management. Call today at 866-845-4676. That's 866-845-4676. Or email us at stewartinsurance@stewart.com to request tailored insurance options for you and your business.
And welcome back, Real Estate Matters. And now we're going to talk to some Stewart associates right now. Brittany, Tacquard, those that listen in, they always love the insurance segment where we hear from Brittany, Tacquard with Stewart Insurance and Risk Management, and also from Stewart Title in Tomball, Texas, Becky Bohannan. And Becky was kind enough to bring some of the great guests here today. So, ladies, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Bill.
Thank you.
Very good. First of all, Brittany, let's talk a little bit of insurance. And people know Stewart Title, of course. But what about home, auto?
What about
I don't know, barn insurance, watercraft insurance.
Barn insurance.
Yeah.
You
Do you
know,
have
structure
barn
insurance.
Structure
Yeah,
insurance,
that's still.
Let's tell people about what you do in
Absolutely.
case they forgot.
Yeah. So Stewart Insurance and Risk Management supports Stewart Title in that we work with home buyers who are going through the real estate transaction. So we're able to not only support home buyers who are closing with Stewart, but home buyers that maybe come from real estate agents, from loan officers. We basically help them secure the insurance they need to close on the home ultimately, right? We have, like you mentioned, auto, flood, wind, a portfolio of products. So we
Umbrella policy.
So we can, absolutely. So we can make sure that we're looking at that customer holistically when it comes to their insurance. So it's not like we can only do the home insurance part, but we definitely lead in with that. And then on our commercial insurance side, we help those who operate within real estate. So that's the real estate brokers, the title agents, real estate attorneys, people like that. So our niche is within real estate because of our ownership by the great company of Stewart Title.
And if people do not have a policy with Stewart Insurance and Risk Management like I do right now, but if they want to get one or inquire and assess their risk for their home or auto or anything like that, let's tell people how they can reach out to you.
So I think I heard early on the show, being old school and using a phone number. I think that's the best way to speak with anybody. I mean, especially when you're dealing with such a complex topic like your home, right? So
and insurance policies.
Absolutely. So it's 866-798-2827, and that is basically how you get in contact with our team, and it's really the best way. Somebody's always answering that phone as well.
That's right. People can simply go to stewart.com, the very first page of the website as well, where they can see the full menu. And we're going to come back to Brittany, but also Becky is with Stewart Title. She's a business development officer in Tomball. Becky, how are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm nervous too.
You are? Nothing to be nervous about. Let's tell people you are in the Tomball branch at Stewart Title, and let's tell people what's going on in Tomball. You guys pretty busy right now?
We are extremely busy. Yes. Loving it. Feels like summer.
Well, it is. And how do you see the trend as far as the rest of the year? You think you're going to be pretty busy?
I'm hoping so.
Very nice. Well, tell people, Becky, also, how can people reach you in Tomball? Because we know people want to close real estate transactions at Stewart and Tomball. I know that.
You can call us at 281-357-8277.
One more time.
281-357-8277.
And give us an idea. Tell us how many escrow officers are at that office? I forget.
Right now, we only have one.
And what's?
Jane Matthews.
Jane, she is legendary.
She
I
is.
hear about her even at the Town and Country City Center office.
She is amazing.
Indeed. One more time on the phone number, Becky.
281-357-8277.
And you're not nervous anymore, are you? It's just like talking to an old friend. And also, you guys just recently were at some kind of special event together, right?
Yeah, I've worked with Becky on a couple events recently here up in the Tomball area. And she really is just looking to provide a resource for real estate agents. I think I've partnered with also Tammy Barna up in Cypress, and just be a resource for them. I know the Stewart Title offices everywhere are looking to just help with information and providing value for our clients.
Exactly.
That is exactly right. And also there are so many, we have about 30 Stewart title offices around the city. We are
Just
an
in
international.
Houston.
Yeah, just in Houston, but also we're an international company. Some people don't realize that. We're traded on the New York Stock Exchange, and we're worldwide. In fact, I didn't talk to her, but I was talking to a guy that was from Australia here in Houston, and he says, "Oh, do you know Stacy?" And this is in Australia. I said, "Stacy, no, I don't." Well, she's a business development officer in, I forget the city in Australia. So, long story short, we are everywhere, ready to help people with their real estate transactions or with their home, auto, all kinds of insurance. And if you're listening out there and you've recently closed or closed at any time with Stewart Title, we give you a big thank you. Thank you so much for closing with Stewart Title. And we stand ready to be stewards of your real estate transaction wherever you are. Simply, and if you're in Tomball, just give Becky a call. Because what's that number again, Becky?
281-357-8277.
You have such a beautiful voice on the radio that you project that right out. And Brittany, one more time, let's tell people how they can reach out to you.
That's 866-845-4676.
And you recently bought a new home. Did you get the Stewart Insurance and Risk Management home insurance?
I absolutely did.
It's great, isn't it?
It is wonderful. I love working with our own team. If you don't believe in it, I mean, what's the point of being a part of a company that really is looking to do something greater, you know? And I like being a part of a team that's really looking to change how people look at insurance.
And we'll emphasize it one more time. Recently, as in this morning, I was on the phone calling to, I won't mention the kind of company it was, but I was calling a company and I wanted to speak to someone in customer service, and they go through all those prompts, and I'm like, no, I don't want to go through it, so I kept pressing 0.
This is not us.
No,
This
not
is-
you. No,
okay.
this is a different company. Actually, it was an electric company, and I
Gotcha.
kept pressing 0 thinking I'd get through, and it said, that's not a valid option, and then it disconnected me. That will never happen at Stewart Title or at Stewart Insurance and Risk Management because
Never.
you're tending to that phone old school style, right?
The old school style, the right way. We definitely want to make sure we're available to serve others. I just recently heard it from Michele, and just talking about how passionate you are about serving other people and being a mentor and being a coach. And that's really what we not only stand for within our organization to do with our own associates, but also with our customers.
All right, very nice. Brittany Tacquard, Stewart.com. Check out the insurance menu right there. Becky Bohannan, Stewart Title in Tomball, ready to serve your needs. And we're going to take a short break and come right back with the remaining segment of the show. Stay with us.
These eyes cry every night for you. These arms long to hold you again.
If you've been in the real estate industry for any length of time, you know unexpected and costly events can happen. Safeguard yourself against the unexpected with Real Estate Errors and Omissions Insurance, or E&O, through Stewart Insurance and Risk Management. Not all E&O insurance policies are created equal. How confident are you that your current E&O policy fully protects you? Stewart Insurance and Risk Management offers expertise in the real estate industry and tailors your coverage to correctly manage your risk. With Stewart Insurance and Risk Management, facing the unexpected just became a lot easier. Safeguard your future with real estate E&O insurance through Stewart Insurance and Risk Management. Call today at 866-845-4676. That's 866-845-4676. Or email us at stewartinsurance@stewart.com to request tailored insurance options for you and your business.
Testing.
Deep in
And welcome back. Real Estate Matters. Here we go, our final segment. Bill Nampick here, your host, guiding you through this real estate adventure. And now we're going to bring everybody back and talk about whatever their final thoughts are. First of all, Yvonne Cummins with Morningstar Builders. Yvonne, welcome back.
Thank you, Bill. Just wanted to wrap up by letting everyone know that they can go to homesbymorningstar.com so that they can purchase tickets for the 2017 Southern Living Custom Builder Program Showcase Home that will be featured out in Blue Jack National Golf Course starting September the 15th through October the 29th. homesbymorningstar.com.
And time is flying by so quickly. We're already talking about September and October. September 15th through October 29th. Let's tell people also, I forget, I looked, last time I saw you months ago, I thought, what does Blue Jack mean? What is a Blue Jack? And tell us, I bet you know.
That's right. So Blue Jack is a type of tree, an oak tree, that when they were developing this piece of land that they found. And so that's what they came up with for the name.
Blue Jack National. And I will tell you, if people go to this event, and they can go to your website to find out more, they go to that event, they're going to enjoy it. I guarantee you it's going to be a great day out there looking at this beautiful home. Also, what else should we know about your company?
Yes, that we are a custom home builder and that we're design build, and our market is typically up in the northwest part of the Houston area, southern Montgomery County. Would love the opportunity to talk with you about building a new custom home for your family.
Making dreams come true.
Absolutely.
And we'll say once again, Ted, if he's listening, how you doing, Ted? We'll see you next time. Hopefully we'll get to have him on the show as well. Bet Moser, she's the Executive Director of Home Aid Houston. Bet, welcome back.
Well, thank you, Bill, and thank you so much for this opportunity to be on the radio today. So when you go out and see this beautiful Southern Living Showcase home, not only are you going to be enjoying how gorgeous this home is, you're going to be benefiting a wonderful organization, Home Aid Houston. And if you've ever wondered, how can I help the homeless, please go to our website, homeaidhouston.org. It's HOMEAID, Houston.org. We have some opportunities for you there to serve, either in a big way or in a small way, whatever you have a capacity for. So we are very excited that we're getting ready to celebrate our 15th year in Houston. We will have completed 50 projects by the end of next year, so we're looking for a big celebration, and certainly Morningstar Builders is going to be part of that celebration.
It sounds like fun. I can't wait to go to this event. It's going to be super. And also, people always love seeing new homes, model homes, if you will. It just helps us get ideas, so it will be fun all the way around. And now he's back, Al Ross. Al, welcome back.
Thank you. Glad to be back again.
Always exciting. And if people have not seen your homes, as we talk about beautiful homes, the kind of craftsmanship is just incredible, the creativity. I love, in fact, people may not know this, I play the piano, but I remember the one time it was a Christmas, that home
that
off
is correct.
of one of the River Oaks homes.
Inwood.
I got to play, on Inwood. I drove by that not that long ago. I got to play Christmas carols as you had your event there. That was fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. We as I mentioned earlier, we have two projects under development. If anyone is interested, both homes are available. We don't necessarily like to pre-sell them, but if anybody wants to learn more about them or take a tour of any of these homes, I would feel free to call me on my cell phone, and I'll be happy to set up a time to meet with you and show you what we're doing. And we're always looking for amazing homeowners, and we love serving our homeowners.
And that famous Al Ross cell phone. What's that number again, Al?
713-306-9154.
One more time.
713-306-9154.
And people have talked recently about the luxury market. You're in the luxury world. Let's. What is your feel when we think about the economy right now and people spending $7 and above $1 million for a home? What's going on?
Well, I think the very high end luxury market in Houston is it's intact. It's in great shape. Bill, as you may remember, our last home in 2016 that we sold was an $8 million house, and it was the first time our homes had reached that price range. And believe it or not, we had 3 qualified buyers fighting to own that house.
Beautiful home again. I remember it right now.
Tells you a lot. I think one of the important things with these homes in River Oaks is you just got to design it, build it, and obviously you've got to price it right for the market.
And I think in addition, yes, pricing things right at any point is very important, but also the two things that are, I think, guiding that the market that you're in is that you have the River Oaks neighborhood, and then also that higher end. It seems like if you're going to have that kind of money, you usually always have that kind of money, or it seems.
Right.
So that's a really nice, steady thing for your business.
Correct. One of the things it's important that is our ability to be able to see what it feels like to live in a house like that, and pretend we're the homeowner.
I remember the one that you're talking about. That home had a gigantic island, I guess we'll call it. It was bigger than 2 pool tables.
Right.
It was gigantic and beautiful.
And believe it or not, now that's becoming a trend in the homes in the central Houston, where we're seeing these giant kitchen islands, and
we're talking giant,
and double islands. We're seeing a lot of that these days now. So.
Indeed, ladies and gentlemen, check them out if you don't already know them. Al Ross at Al Ross Luxury Homes, and you need a survey out. They got 2 companies to serve people, right?
That is correct. We first for commercial, feel free to contact Windrow Surveying, and for residential, contact Arthur Surveying, starting October 1.
There you go. And now back. Realtor in Tomball, Michele Verwold. Michele, welcome back.
Thanks so much, Bill.
Now, people are already, they're thinking about luxury homes. They're thinking about homes in the country, all sorts of things. As a realtor, you're ready to serve anybody, anywhere with their real estate needs, I bet.
Well, our company is that way. We're the largest independent-owned company in Houston, locally owned, nationally backed, with 23 locations throughout Houston. We can help them in Magnolia. We can help them in River Oaks. The benefit of our company is that we do have agents who live and work and play, and where they live and work the same place where they play. So if they're looking to buy in River Oaks, if they're looking to buy in Magnolia, they're able to work with a specialist that does all, the whole facet of it.
And I know exactly what you're saying. And the fact is, you bring up the idea that whatever we do, whether we're real estate professionals, we work in the title business, mortgage, insurance, it doesn't matter, making luxury homes, all those things. We're ambassadors for whatever we do. Mm-hmm. And certainly as a realtor, you're an ambassador for people that come from out of the country, out of the state. You're an ambassador for sometimes just Houston, Texas, or Tomball, Texas, or like you mentioned, that specialty that each and every realtor has or should have, and that's you're the ambassador for that neighborhood, so you know what you're talking about. Indeed, being an ambassador is so important in the real estate profession and anything else, quite frankly. Michele, let's tell people how they can reach you.
Our office number is 281-310-5888, or of course our website is garygreen.com, and that's an E on the end of green.
Gary Green. I love that. Like the color, but just add an E. It's simple. It's so easy. Thank you so much, everybody, for being on the show. I think as people thought about all the things we've talked about, they're thinking about beautiful homes. They're probably looking at their home and say, hey, how can I take this to the next level? And quite frankly, you may have to buy a new home. So check out all our great professionals. And if you want to close your next real estate transaction at Stewart Title, we would be honored to be stewards of your real estate transaction. I'm at the Town and Country City Center area at Stewart Title there with a tremendous closer. Her name is Nancy Baker Jones. She'll be able to help you with your real estate transaction. Give me a call at 713-468-8900. That's 713-468-8900. We're in the center of the city almost at Beltway 8 and I-10. Beautiful palm trees swinging. You look out the window, you think you might be in California, Arizona, Florida. One of our flagship locations out of the 30 we have. We have tremendous locations, but we'll help you anywhere at Stewart. Go to Stewart.com. And you can also hear this show again and again, or hear any of our shows. This is show 186. That's the serial number. You can go back to show number 1 by simply going to Stewart.com/Houston. Again, Stewart.com/Houston. So we're so glad you joined us. And until next week, check us out. Real Estate Matters with Stewart Title. Go to Stewart.com/Houston, and we'll see you then.